Question becomes, how early could a person make Havdalah? A lot of people don't realize that maybe it's permissible to make Havdalah even 3 hours before Shabbos ends. The Shulchan Aruch explicitly states at the end of Siman Reisha, the Gimel over here, Siv Gimel, Mishu Anus, someone who has extenuating circumstance. Okay, this is based on a Gemara, as the Baragol quotes in Ozdalid. Kegon shesarich lahashich alatum medover mitzvah. He has to go by the border of the city for a matter pertaining to a mitzvah. So right before the end of Shabbos, he has to leave immediately after Shabbos. Yochel, back then they didn't travel by planes, by cars, so they would travel by foot or by animal. So they started to get a head start. They went as far as you're allowed to walk. Yochel is pal shemotzi Shabbos v'plag mincha l'malu l'habdil miyad. Shulchan Aruch says that you're able to daven Ma'ariv after Shabbos from Plaga Mincha and onwards, which is incredibly early, and do Havdalah immediately. Abba lo yevarech halaner can obviously say the bracha of Purim Reish on the candle. Similarly, you're not allowed to work until Seitzil Chavim. You're not allowed to do something that you're not allowed to do on Shabbos until when 3 stars emerge. Just to get an exact understanding of how practical what we are dealing with truly is over here. This week we're going to be laning Parshas Pinchas. Okay, Shabbos is going to end 9:20. Okay, the Chag Mincha is 6:55. So we're talking about 2.5 hours earlier. Pretty much what we're talking about over here, which is incredibly early if you think about it. The Rama concludes by saying, "V'nohagim loymar v'hu rachum v'baruchu ba'arichos nayim." The custom is to say v'hu rachum and baruchu with a longer voice, with a little tune, in order to add from the week until what is holy, to add on to Shabbos. Mishnah Berurah says, "Hainu shaholech lebeitzoy mevoy jam ad sof atchom v'yoshiv sham ad ha'erev kedei shemiyad sheyashichi l'davar mitzvah nachos lav," meaning that you're going from your house when it's still day until the end of the border, and you're sitting over there until night, in order that immediately, once it gets dark, you could go to do your urgent mitzvah matter that you are involved with. This is referring to you're not going to find a cup over there to do Havdalah on. But if there will, in fact, be a cup of wine grape juice, then you should do Havdalah on another location rather than do it early. Nevertheless, the Mishnah Berurah rules that the Achronim write that a person should not do this because it is something that is weird to the masses. Kam shema yavohu lahaka b'malacha. Also, you might come to do actual malacha. You might come to do actual malacha, meaning since you did Havdalah, you're going to think, oh, Shabbos is over, but really it's not over, and you might come to do something you're not allowed to do on Shabbos. Especially especially nowadays that the custom is to go always like the rabbis would have a mincha until night. So then, certainly from the letter of the law, it's prohibited to have ma'ariv earlier at the end of Shabbos. After the Erev Shabbos, yesh mekilin, even though that on Erev Shabbos some are lenient. Hainu mishum on the eve of Shabbos. Hainu mishum the mitzvah lahoisim machol al kodesh, because it's a mitzvah to add onto Shabbos. So therefore, you start Shabbos earlier. Masha inkim and motzi Shabbos, unlike after Shabbos. Havdil miyad mikol makom yadil miliko is kriyat shema sisochavim. Right, you have to wait to recite Shema until when 3 stars emerge.
What do you mean by Mashiach Motzei Shabbos?
Mashinkim where?
Last line in the Sid prior stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't apply Motzei Shabbos. Yeah, exactly. Right, because this is talking about the opposite way.
I mean, the opposite one is no, you can't end it early.
Yeah. This is talking about doing early Ma'ariv, right? For Shabbos is what to rely on. I'm like here. Okay, so that's why no one ever heard of this because of this Mishnah Berurah says that this shouldn't be done. And that is the end of the Mishnah Berurah on this simon. The end. The Ozo Hadar Mishnah Berurah says that this whole case is only talking about you're not able to daven Marav and do Havdalah after Shabbos. So now we're talking about a potential early Havdalah. Right? Okay, the only reason it's allowed is for a mitzvah. Okay? Whatever the mitzvah is, they specify over there in the footnotes. Okay, let's take a look at this footnote. Gro explains, why can't you make a bracha on the candle before when 3 stars emerge on air? Simple, because that is a nighttime situation. It has to be done at night based on the Gemara Psachim and Dal Kovav, many places. That's when fire was created. Can't say a bracha on that too early, and it's still Shabbos anyways. Furthermore, you can only get true proper pleasure from the candle at night. By Besamim, there's a major discussion in the Pri Megadim and Hilchos Havdalah and Siman Reish Adi Tes about this. You could say the bracha on Besamim before 3 stars emerge while it's still Shabbos.
I finished understanding the Shema Sarah didn't leave yet.
Exactly. That would be the reason not to. The Tehillah David cites the Shulchan Aruch Harav, who says you would in fact make the bracha on Besamim. Excuse me, you would not. Sorry. You would not. You would do it at night. Okay? Yeah. Another reason to delay saying Baruch Hu is to not to get the souls to go back to Gehenna. So the neshamas will delay going back to Gehenna. Same idea of why the Mishnah Berurah writes in Siman Reish Sad Yehei to say Vayhi Noam and V'ata Kadosh, etc. That will delay the Rishayim going to Gehenna. That's one reason. Another reason is you have to escort Shabbos, just like you would escort a king. Delaying the V'hurachum is considered like escorting. Another reason is you just want to delay Shabbos. Just to delay it in general. The Reb Chaim Vital says, quoting Hygon, he has a tradition. Someone who does this will have success during the week. You delay it. Okay.
Wait, and financial success? What kind of success?
Yeah, any success you want.
Ooh. Ruchnius and Gashmius.
Yeah. Okay. That's the story over here. You're calling in for Chabura?
No, quick thing. If you have time between the 10 and 10:30, I need to make another Sheva Brachos Dvar Torah. My sister-in-law is getting married tomorrow, and I'm going to speak on Shabbos,
No problem.
coming Shabbos. Okay, Shkar.
No problem. Okay. Now, We have the we have over here. Finish this mission, bro. Okay, let's go through the Pesach Chubas. I think we already did it on sick phase, right?
I don't think we covered the star thing on set things.
Hmm?
Wait, we talked about it a little bit, but we didn't go deep into it.
I don't know, we didn't. Yeah. Because this isn't really the place for it. Here, include in this halacha, I'm not making the early Havdalah, is that we go like Rabbeinu Tam. Is that someone who goes like Rabbeinu Tam was because of 10 Shabbos Rabbeinu Tam time. He should refrain from davening Mariv and fulfilling his obligation of Havdalah before the Rabbeinu Tam time. Okay. So let's just pull up the schedule again.
No, this is the latest Shabbos right now. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Pinchas, last week and this week are the longest Shabbosim of the year for us in
Yeah.
New York over here. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So Akoponim, so we have the regular non-Rabbeinu time Shabbos ending at 9:20.
9:20? No, later.
9:20.
For over 60 minutes or what? 52?
That's 50, yeah.
No, 50, sorry.
50, 52. Then you have 50 because you see Shkia is 29.
Yes,
Mhm.
Okay, 51. You have the regular Rabbeinu Tam ending at 9:42, talking 22 minutes later. And then you have the hardcore Rabbeinu Tam ending at 10:17.
That is hard. It's very hardcore.
So
So what's the 1017
the
basically?
10:17,
Yeah,
that's for the big boys. The
I never heard
wimps, they're doing the 9:42.
I never heard of that.
There are some crazy shitas with Rabbeinu Tam out there. Fire.
That's a pitch black. It's pitch black.
Yeah. Okay, so
That's
let's get back on track before
it's
we
pretty
discuss that Rabbeinu Tam
usually
situation.
rainy time is pretty dark already.
Someone who
Enjoy
goes
it.
like Rabbeinu Tam, okay? He should not be doing Havdalah before this man Rabbeinu Tam, nor should he be davening before that time. He wants to say, even if you need to daven by yourself as a result, the only mitzvah over there is a non-Rabbeinu Tam mitzvah. If you always go like Rabbeinu Tam,
So that overweighs Tefillah B'tzibur.
that's right.
Wow,
Yeah. Now,
that's a heavy sheet.
yeah, hold that for a minute. Now, if you won't have the possibility to daven at or do Havdalah at all after the time of Rabbeinu Tam, do Havdalah earlier, like we're learning over here, but without the Ner and Besamim. Okay? Be careful not to do Malacha. Do the Besamim and Ner later. Okay? So now we have over here. Oh, you joining? Chavrusa. So now we have over here. Getting all my chavrusas are calling me, contacting me from all ends today.
Which covers is that
I
one?
don't. That's my before
The 10 o'clock?
before Mariv Motzei Shabbos over here. We do Pachad Yitzchak.
Before Mara?
Before Mariv.
On Kosher Shabbos?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
we do Pachad.
Wait, that's what we're learning about, right? Isn't that
You
what
want
we're
to
learning
come? You come. No, we do Pachad Yitzchak though. Yeah, we're learning about Mariv. That's right.
And who's the one that
Wait,
just
before
That's the one that I do in the morning after this. Yeah.
after Shalashidus?
Yeah.
After
Don't worry, I
Shalashidus?
still got another chavrusa who didn't contact me, so we'll see. He has been contacting me.
Pachad Yitzchak with him?
Yeah, Pachad Yitzchak.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, it's a big
Heavy
boy.
stuff, right?
Yeah, he's got the expertise. Yeah, I try to keep up with him. And my mind even being humble.
What's his name?
His name is Birkentower. That's the last name. Merrick.
Mark's his first name?
Yeah,
He lives here in Far East.
he lives right over here. Block off. Went to Ner Yisrael for half a decade.
Wow.
More. Yeah, 7 years, I think you said. Yeah, Serious Tiger. Yeah, Serious Tiger. Yeah. He's in. Good also. Yeah. He's got expertise in machshava. He tried getting us to do halacha. I said, I don't need help with halacha. Machshava, that's a different base medrash. Akoponim. So we have over here a situation of you shouldn't do malacha or anything before the time that you end Shabbos. Alright? So that's the idea over here, okay? Now there is an idea of after 3 stars come out, you could start Ma'ariv maybe before. By the time Ma'ariv will be done, Shabbos will be over. Okay? Then there's not a concern you're going to do malacha. The problem with that is you can daven too early, then you're not going to fulfill your obligation of Shema. So that's the issue over there with this one. Around 4 minutes ago, everyone was very surprised by this psak. That if you go like Rabbeinu Tam, you are not allowed to daven before Rabbeinu Tam time, and you should even daven by yourself. Okay? That's only talking about if you go like Rabbeinu Tam on everything. But if you only go like Rabbeinu Tam, which I would assume is most people, l'chumra u'miyois tov, you're doing it as a stringency, and you don't do it for mitzvahs that are midrabanan, such as lighting the menorah and Hanukkah, etc. You could be lenient to hear Havdalah before the time of Rabbeinu Tam.
And davening also, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and davening. You could even make a bracha on the besamim and the ner before. You shouldn't light the ner or hold it though. Shmir Shabbos Kilchasa allows even someone who goes like Rabbeinu Tam for everything. But you should wait to make the bracha on the ner until it's night.
It's their night or night?
Night. Your night. Your
Their
Rabbeinu Tam.
Rabbeinu Tam night.
Your Rabbeinu Tam night, yeah. Okay.
So he's saying across the board, somebody, if you're just holding Rabbeinu Tam for Shabbos, that's it, not anything else,
Yeah.
then you can hear Havdalah. If everybody else is doing Havdalah, you don't have to make your own Havdalah afterwards, you can hear Havdalah then.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only one. Can't do later, yeah.
But if you can do, let's say if you can do your own, then it's better.
Right. So then this if this it doesn't apply.
Let's say it's a woman.
Oh, so that's the next footnote. You gotta give me a chance though. Let's say you have a woman who goes like Rabbeinu Tam, but her father or husband, they're not around. So she's waiting there, and she could hear Havdalah to the non-Rabbeinu Tamers from a neighbor, someone else. So it's actually better that she should hear Havdalah before the time of Rabbeinu Tam, then have to make her own Havdalah. Okay? Because we already learned about the Havdalah for women, they shouldn't be doing it for many reasons if a man is available. Could be that they're exempt from Havdalah. Okay? And there's a discussion on the bracha of Eish. Because really it's an independent bracha that we put in Havdalah. Maybe that's also time bound. Then there's a discussion on drinking from the kos. So that was a whole tumult. So you had 3 issues over there. Now, for sure, if they could just wait for their husband and father to do Havdalah later, that's the best.
What happens if the wife does some sort of thing the husband doesn't? That's like weird?
Excellent question. We're going to come back to that. Furthermore, someone who on Motzei Shabbos has only beer to do Havdalah with. He's going to do it from Plaga Mincha. He could do Havdalah on wine. Better to do it earlier. However, since she goes like Rabbeinu Tam, she should not get pleasure from the ner. Some say she doesn't even need the ner at all. Okay. Does it say the internet connection is unstable? On the besamim, she's able to make the bracha right now. and after the time of Rabbeinu Tam. Double dip on that. This is a very relevant shaila for young children who reach the age of chinuch, but Shabbos ends very late in the summertime and they want to go to sleep. They got to do Havdalah Sunday, fellas. You got to get Havdalah Sunday. Rather, it's better to do that than consistently do Havdalah early on Shabbos. Why? Because you might come to do Muksa or Malacha when it's still actually Shabbos. That's a very relevant shaila that comes up all the time.
So you
didn't
should
go
go
through
through
the-
Havdalah for them the next day.
Yeah. We didn't go through the tours or anything. Still want to go through the tours. But once we're already on the subject of Rabbeinu Tam, there's some very important chuvas from the Shilas and Chuvas, Nishma Shabbos of Harfinis. Some powerful chuvas pertaining to Rabbeinu Tam. Right. I want to go backwards actually with these chuvas and make sure that we have time over the next 10 minutes to run through all of them. You know what? Let's go forwards. Let's not go backwards. Let's go forwards, actually. Okay. He has around 40 pages on this little simon over here. Let's see if a city,
I say what was the
most
last concept we just said? With the
schools-
muksa.
most shuls go like Rabbeinu Tam. Could you open a new shul that doesn't go like Rabbeinu Tam? They go like the Gaonim. If you have new people that are settling there, in short, you can. Right? It's allowed. Next Shiloh. If you have a woman in her father's house who goes like Rabbeinu Tam and she married someone who does not go like Rabbeinu Tam, that's okay. She no longer needs to go like Rabbeinu Tam anymore when she gets married. Very relevant Shiloh. Let's say you have a guest who's staying in a place that people do not go like that where he lives, people do not go like Rabbeinu Tam. And he reaches an area where everyone does go like Rabbeinu Tam. Could he do malacha before the time of Rabbeinu Tam? And if you want to say he can't, what about privately? He wants to be stringent.
I think probably is okay.
You have to wait till the end of Rabbeinu Tam, even privately. He wants to be stringent. You could see the whole tshuva for his psak. I think that's questionable. But that's quite a stringency over there. There's a lot of very relevant shilas pertaining to the Rabbeinu Tam. Those were some of the main ones that I just wanted to rattle off. Someone who has he ends Shabbos later, could he tell his friend who ends Shabbos earlier to do malacha for him? Someone who goes like Rabbeinu Tam, could he tell his friend who doesn't go like Rabbeinu Tam to do something that he's not allowed to do? The answer is yes. Okay. Someone who goes like Rabbeinu Tam, could he tell someone who goes like the Gaonim to do malacha for him? Oh, no. Okay, so take it back to the earlier question. Someone who, they both end like Rabbeinu Tam Shabbos, or they both end like the Gaonim. Okay? But someone ended Shabbos later than the other. He could tell his friend to do malacha. However, if you have someone who goes like Rabbeinu Tam at the time of Motzei Shabbos, okay, could he tell someone who goes like the Gaonim, who ends not Rabbeinu Tam, who ends earlier, to do malacha for him? He wants to say it's a problem.
What's the difference? I'm lost.
Unless you only go like Rabbeinu Tam as a stringency. In other words, there's a difference between you hold that Shabbos ends at 9:20 versus you hold it ends, what was that time? 9:40. 9:44, let's say, right? Something like that. Okay. That's going to be more of a problem versus if you are if you both hold that it ends at 9:20 and you're just extending Shabbos to 9:35, so then you're able to tell him. Unless you're just going like Rabbeinu Tam as a stringency, in which case it will be permissible in all cases.
So, and what's the second case?
That was the Rabbeinu Tam case. You can't, if you hold Rabbeinu Tam, you can't tell someone. If you hold Rabbeinu Tam not as a stringency,
But you're holding Rabbeinu Tam
you hold it
through
through
all
everything, even for
Hanukkah,
Chanukah.
Pesach,
Right,
whatever.
exactly. Now you can't tell someone who doesn't hold
Aha,
Rabbeinu Tam to Malacha.
interesting.
Yeah. These are some of his very relevant shuvas. I just wanted to make sure that we would successfully go through them.
That would be different than, like when you accept Shabbos early,
No,
you could
that for
tell,
sure. That for sure is okay.
right, that for sure is like I'm saying, why is that different?
Because you accepted it earlier. You hold over here in this other case, you always go like Rabbeinu Tam. Shabbos did not end. If Shabbos didn't end, you can't ask someone to do something.
Yeah, but when you accepted Shabbos early, it's Shabbos for you now.
It's Shabbos for you, but not for everyone else.
Right. And the same thing in that case.
No, you hold the Shabbos for it's still really Shabbos.
You hold it still Shabbos,
Yeah,
but the other guy held Shabbos is over.
it doesn't matter.
But why in that case doesn't it
It's more of a
matter?
metzius. It's the actuality is that you hold that that it is a Shabbos, right? If you willingly accept Shabbos earlier, the actuality is that it is not a Shabbos time. You just accepted it earlier. Unlike with the Rabbeinu Tam, it's a question of metzius. When is the time of Seitzach Chavim according to the Gaonim in our city, New York? Pretty relevant, Shiloh. Can't get more relevant than that, fellas. Okay. He says around 50 to 60 minutes after sunset. Okay. If you look in the Shiloh and Chuvas Igros Moshe and your day is Simin Ayin Tes as well as Chelik Daled Simin Samach Beis, that it says even when the days are very long, after 50 minutes, you're clear.
Right.
Okay. That's what Moshe just wanted to cite that, but he has a lot of length over here on these Chuvas and on these topics. You could definitely go through them on your own time. Just wanted to share that over here. Um, how much could you add on to Shabbos? You want to just keep adding. You want to just keep going. Where does it end? Does it ever end? Some say that there's different opinions over here. Some say that on Motzi Shabbos you cannot add more than you're obligated to add. Others say you're able to add even like 11 hours. Okay. Some say 3 hours, some say the whole night, some say until midnight. So you have different opinions. How much could you add on to Shabbos?
That's somewhere else.
Amshin never holds you could add for till I think Tuesday. But we
Did we
don't
see, did we see
now.
somewhere else that they said until one?
I don't know. I don't know.
So,
Maybe.
What does that mean? Yeah.
Okay. What about women? How much should they add? They could just add a little bit. Okay. That's the chuvas from Harpiness. I wanted to fly through those. Take the next 5 minutes to go out of order. We should have done the starting the simon. We're doing
I'm,
now the tour.
I'm
Okay.
curious. What does that mean? If you're not doing malacha till Tuesday, what does that mean?
Yeah. You're adding on
Really?
to Shabbos. You're not doing it till Sunday. You're not doing it till halachic midnight. That's exactly what that means. You're adding.
Huh.
The Bach over here opens up shop and he says the Shir Divrei Rabbeinu Kachu lechatchila mino kol Yisrael hu d'ma'achrin oiso. The custom of all of the Jewish people is to end Shabbos later. It's not like what it says in Hilchos Sukkos in Tov Reish Lamed Tes. Someone who does something when he's exempt is called a commoner. It's not good. El demakabo love sachar amai de moisiv tuvim mechol kodesh. You receive a reward for adding onto Shabbos. It's a powerful Bach. Think about that for a minute. Here's the preacher that we saw. Yeah, okay. The Taurus, he brings his case over here. It's one interesting. Okay. Oh, yeah, we actually might have seen this Torah together. There's one interesting Beis Yosef. Beis Yosef says, I don't understand why the Torah left out the Gemara that says 1 star is day, 2 stars is Bein Hashmashos, 3 stars is night. These stars that we're talking about are big, are not big, that you could see during the day, and not small that you could only see at night. Rather, they're in between stars. Rabbeinu Yonah says, since we're not all experts between big and small stars, we need to be careful not to do malacha until we see 3 small stars. And if it's a cloudy day, we wait until this doubt departs from our heart. Ron writes regarding the Tosefes that we need to add. We need to see 3 stars that are combined together. Okay, so he's just not sure why the Torah doesn't bring this. I mean, we saw this already in the Mishnah Brura. But look, it's a nice little simon. There's definitely what to chew on over here. You go through the bare halachas that we didn't do. It's more technical stuff on this. There's not so much lamaisa that comes out of it. What else do we have to say? I mean, those chuvas from Rav Harfness, you could spend more time going through them. This is the gist of it. The main calculations of the times is in Siman Reish Samach Aleph, and also in the chuvas from Rav Harfness, he goes through more. Being time exactly what they're arguing about. We didn't cover that. So we'll have to wait, I think, till Reish Samach. No one really discusses it so much, exactly what they're arguing about over here. Not that we saw. We didn't see anything that talks about it. So could be they assume you have knowledge from Reish Samachal. So this is the end of this simon, and I think we'll do Reish Samachal after.
We'll tackle that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do Musaf on Shabbos. It's gonna be exciting. Maybe a little bit about Haftorah and stuff like that, and finish everything before the Malachas of Shabbos. And then we're gonna basically the curriculum is gonna be we're gonna finish everything except for Siman Reish Mem Gimel to Reish Mem Zayin. We're not gonna do that's its own situation over there. So we'll get to it. And a few simanim that deal with Bishul Hatmana, Shihiyah, all those that we're gonna wait for Siman Shin Yud Ches to learn it as a package.
Yeah, package deal.
Yeah, because I don't even know why they're really spread out. I mean, maybe because they're of Shabbos a little bit, but whatever. So that's going to be the plan.
Okay.
That's Hashem. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day.
The Shikayah.
Yeah.
Right.